Our gracious monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, and a new health scare. Is it truly a scare, or is it simply the mainstream media telling you to be worried about a 96-year-old monarch in very good health? But there is something that's really upset and caused a lot of stress for our gracious monarch. As ever, what is it? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. As ever, nice to see you today. Hope you're keeping well. And this story I just really wanted to clear up for you, because there's a lot of things going about regarding our monarch. And basically when she disappears up to Balmoral, which is her private retreat up in Scotland, beautiful venue, by the way, I have to tell you. People, you get these reports saying, it's not very nice, it's cut off and stuff. If you like that sort of holiday, and particularly like greenery, lush highlands, lots of beautiful fresh air, beautiful food, by the way, as well, all cooked on their estate, I wouldn't mind a holiday there. If you're listening, Your Majesty, I'll even wear tartan if you want, I don't care. Looks gorgeous, and a real sort of reprieve from the stresses and strains of living in a city like London, or any big city in the world. I'm sure you'll all agree if you live in New York, Tokyo, anyway, you know what I mean, all the big places, don't you? Milan, I went there once, beautiful, I think. A little bit less stressful, am I right? Oh, I'll get all the people from Milan saying, no, it's not, Neil, just as bad. But this particular story, as I say, I wanted to bring up because, it's all really about how well is she. Well, of course, she's 96 years old. There are problems with mobility that we know about. But this particular incident truly did upset her, and according to a very good source, caused a lot of stress, an undue sort of worry and strain. And it all really centres upon the fact when Prince Harry returned after that meeting with our gracious monarch and went on TV to say, you remember that now infamous line all about, he wanted to check in on her. They had this very special relationship, seemingly binning all the other people around her, like, her sons, her daughter, Prince William, Catherine, Sophie. Apparently she could only speak to him. It was a very crass idea, whoever suggested it to him, because not only was it hurtful, and also, as we all know in big families, causes a lot of problems, doesn't it? Because then they have to explain, no, I never said that, I didn't mean that, whatever, But according to a very good source, it was the stress of that brought on a lot of, shall we say, setbacks for our gracious monarch, because she just found that she was having to justify things. And as we know, she comes from an era where you don't complain, you don't explain. But in this new digital era, particularly when you've got a family member who's running rogue all the time, now free of being trapped, they can go on, light a bomb and then come off and basically leave you to pick up the pieces. Now, apart from that, apparently she is in robust health, still walking the Highlands, still having to move around on the good days, still active, still going through the red boxes. And what we do know is she will be returning to London early at some point, because she has to welcome in over here our brand new British Prime Minister. Bet she's thrilled with Boris breaking into a holiday, don't you? Wonder what he'll have to give her to make up for that. But on a serious note, yes, she's in remarkably good health for a lady of her years. But what doesn't help, as I've been told by very good sources, and as ever, we always have to say allegedly, is the constant barrage of negativity that comes her way. And yes, a lot of people might say, well, a lot of it doesn't come from Harry and Meghan. You could say it comes from her son, Prince Andrew. Absolutely. But on the other side of the coin, that directly came from Prince Harry. He went on TV and he said that statement. It can't have been easy, can it, for the monarch tuning in to find out that she has a very special relationship, and more importantly, her family members finding out that they are not as special as they possibly first thought. What a stupid thing to do. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.